make moves in the folding. Slip in with a grin, grind up my potion, bad motion, bad motion. Quick stabs in the dark, bright spot, bad mother, hold steady your stuff. Piecemeal faces, short faces, once again, hold the phone, yeah. I know you're waiting on my move tonight. Hesitation, wait until the moment's right. I know you're waiting on my move tonight. Hesitation, wait until the moment's right. Ripped up all together, strange times, bad weather, loose lips in the distance. Spoil the whole batch with cash. Don't speak, don't ask it. Another stab in the dark, bright spark, bad mother, hold steady your stuff. If you're gonna leave, just leave, please. Don't drag it out. Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. I know you're waiting on my move tonight. Hesitation, wait until the moment's right. I know you're waiting on my move tonight. Hesitation, wait until the moment's right. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. About it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think.
Right now, ready and set up for
Call it quits, call it destiny.
Hello.
Just because it won't come easily doesn't mean we shouldn't try. We had a good thing going lately. Might not have always been a fairy tale, but you know and I know that they ain't real. I'll take the truth over the story. You might have tried my patience greatly, but I'm not about to let us fail. I'll be the wind picking up your sail. But won't you do something for me?
All right. Oh, there you go. I think that's good.
Just because it won't come easily.
Hi, hi.
Girl, I went to the wrong area.
Did you?
We shouldn't try.
Ran up the stairs.
Oh, no.
Come and go.
Thank you. Jeremy's over there.
Back to fun. Oh,
Jeremy?
messy.
Yeah.
That's how we've been and will always be. And that's alright with me.
Are we good to start?
Don't
Are we good to start? Yeah? Okay.
meant to be. Call it quits, call it destiny. Just because it won't come easily doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome. Woo. Hi. My name is Christina. I'm going to be leading you guys through your practice today. So thank you all so much for being here. I want to show my gratitude first for you guys, first of all, and for ASU for hosting these classes. So again, thank you. My name is Christina, and we'll go ahead and get started just right away. So I know a few of you guys just got here and are setting up your mats and getting settled. Take your time, no rush. For everybody else, we'll just lay down flat on your backs. We'll give ourselves all a chance to arrive. And I don't mean that so much in the physical sense, but letting our minds, our bodies start to relax into the mats, into the floor below you. Just giving yourself time, kindness, patience.
We shouldn't try.
Maybe allowing yourself to start to ground with your breath. So nothing drastic, no changes to the breath at all, just your normal breath, just in and out through the nose. We'll start to focus on our breath a little bit more. So maybe allowing that breath to start to build up in your low belly. So low belly breath starts to fill up all the way up to the torso, all the way up to those collarbones, maybe all the way up to the throat. Maybe taking another little sip of air at the top. And then a nice strong exhale, just letting it ground you down a little bit deeper. Maybe taking that a couple more times, so allowing that breath to again build all the way up, filling up that entire torso with air. And then exhaling through the nose. Start to make that breath a little stronger. So the exhales pushing out through the nose will begin to create almost like a ocean breeze sound. It's our ujjayi breath, and it's the breath that's going to help warm ourselves from the inside out. Now, as we move through our practice, as we start to move, remember this breath. Let it guide you from pose to pose. Let it keep you grounded. Keep your mind calm. And refresh and reconnect your body each and every time. One more collective breath together, in through the nose. Maybe let this one out through the mouth, audible exhale. we'll all start to take our knees into the chest. So pulling them up and off of the mat and pulling them in nice and tight into the chest as we rock side to side. So let those knees fall over to one side and then the other. Maybe keeping the hands capped on top of the knees, and you can take some nice little rotations with those knees. Letting the weight of your body press those hip bones, tailbones into the floor below you, creating a nice little massage against the floor. And we'll take that circles the other way if you haven't already. We'll go ahead and plant those feet back down. So feet plant, knees are up towards the ceiling. We're going to grab our hands and just wrap it around that right thigh. Keeping that left foot planted on the mat, start to extend that right leg up towards the sky. Start to fill into that right hamstring right away. Maybe start to point and flex into that right foot, or maybe take some big circles with that right ankle. Again, taking circles both directions. Maybe extending a little bit deeper into that right leg, feeling a nice big stretch in the back of that hamstring. Now we'll release the grip around that right thigh, and then we're just going to cross that right leg right over the left, like your legs crossed at a table. Let those arms open up wide, big stretch, or maybe cactus the arms if you want to keep to your own little space. And then we'll softly let the knees just fall over to the left as your head falls to the right. And try, if you can, to let go of resistance. We sometimes unknowingly try to pull out of twists or are too afraid to just let the weight of our body fall off to one side. Go ahead and let yourself just fall over. Let's slowly bring those legs back through to center. We'll uncross the legs, so start with both feet planted. And then we'll switch it out. So those arms are going to wrap around that left thigh, stretch that left leg up towards the ceiling, and then start to point and flex into that left foot. You should, again, right away start to feel that left hamstring start to fire up and work. Taking those circles in both directions. Okay, let's release that grip around that left thigh. Cross that left leg over the right. Again, arms can open up nice and wide like a T, or cactus the arms. Knees fall to the right as your head falls to the left. Take a nice deep breath there. So good. Let's bring it right back through to center. We'll uncross those legs. And we're going to grab below both thighs this time. And we're going to take some rocks back and forth. Rock the full length of your spine. Maybe take it a couple times. I know it looks kind of funny, but it feels really good. So a couple times, maybe 3-4 times if you have it. And then we'll meet in a tabletop position. So we're going to roll all the way forward onto our hands and our knees. Letting the hands come right below the shoulders, knees right below the hips. Maybe even walk it back so you're right at the center of your mat, not at the very top. And then we'll start to slowly move through some cat-cow poses. So make sure those hands are spread super wide. Fingers are spread open. And take that first inhale as you drop the belly down. Curl the tailbone and crown up. Take that long exhale. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, curve that spine. So good. Let's take a few more of those and move with that breath. That same big, long inhale. That same forced exhale, pushing everything out. Now I want to encourage, as you move through these cat-cow poses, to add anything else that feels good. Maybe it's flipping the palms, working into those wrists a little bit more. Maybe finding some hip circles or figure eights with those hips. Maybe we push it back into a child's pose and then forward a couple times. Just again, anything that feels like your body needs, anything that's calling to your body right now, add those movements in. All right, let's make it right back through to that tabletop position. We're going to kick our right leg back. So super straight right leg behind you. Flex the toes. So I want you to imagine like you're trying to stomp that foot against a wall behind you. We're going to pull that belly button in towards the spine, start to engage that core. And then maybe start to reach that left arm to the top of the mat. Or maybe you can reach it all the way forward like you're trying to shake my hand. Hold it here, really start to engage that core. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then with the exhale, curl it under so that elbow's coming towards that knee. Good, inhale, find length. So super straight right leg, left arm. Exhale, curl it under. Last one, let's inhale, reach it out. Exhale, curl it under. So good. This time we're gonna exhale, straighten out those arms. Oh, sorry, that left arm, right leg. We're gonna bring that left arm back down. Curl those right toes under and drop them down, and then just start to push back into that right heel. So once you push back, maybe a couple times, just bouncing back and forth on that right heel, you start to feel a nice little stretch behind that right calf. All right, we're gonna shift it forward, right back over those wrists. This left foot is gonna pivot off of the mat. Good. Drop that right heel down and that right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Start to take some circles with that right wrist. Maybe big circles with that right arm. So good. Let's slowly bring that right hand back down. We're gonna align that left foot again. So left foot comes right back. Keeping those right toes curled. Stay with me. We're gonna push the mat away. So use that upper body strength and then start to kick that left leg back and up behind you. Three-legged down dog. Let's bend into that left knee. Can you take some big circles on this side? So almost like you're trying to draw circles on the side wall with that left knee. Opening up that left hip joint. Getting our body warmed up and moving. Stay with your breath. So good. Let's kick that left leg straight back behind you. Flex that foot. Then with your next breath, step it all the way to the top. Don't be afraid to use that left hand if you need to kind of help it to the top. We're going to drop that right knee down. Uncurl those toes behind you. And then inhale, sweep those arms up. Grabbing onto that right wrist, let's inhale, pull it up, and then over to the left. Inhale, reach those arms back up, and then exhale, plant them down. We're gonna curl up those right toes again, come off of that right knee, and then step it all the way to the top. Big toes are gonna touch. There's gonna be a little space between the heels. With your next inhale, come up just halfway. Let those hands press against the shins, straight spine. Remove the wrinkles from the back of the neck. Then exhale, forward fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, hands against the shins, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Good, now gentle bend into the knees. We're gonna come all the way up. So reach those arms out and up, big stretch, biggest one yet. And then exhale, let those hands come down to your heart. And off to your side. I want you to just take a minute. Maybe close your eyes if it feels okay. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take a full body scan. Take inventory of your body. Maybe start from the very top of your crown and work your way all the way down to the toes. Just paying closer attention to how you feel physically, emotionally. And that's gonna, I promise, it'll help you through your practice. Be mindful of any parts that are hurting, uncomfortable, and breathe through them, move through them, we'll flow through them together. Let's inhale, reach those arms out and up, big stretch, look up. Then exhale, hinge from your hips. We're gonna fold it all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands against those shins, straight spine. Good, exhale, plant the hands down. Let's step it back, find a high plank. I promise I won't keep you guys here for too long, but I'm gonna keep you here for just a breath. So keep that belly button pulled in nice and strong. Push the mat away. Find space between the mat and your heart, that chest. So again, lift up maybe just a little bit higher. Then with the next breath, we're gonna drop those knees down. The eyes at the elbows, so that little space that bends, we're gonna shift it forward and find a half push up. Hold it there, just breathe. Then roll the chest up and through, roll those shoulders back. Let's stay in our up dog for just a breath. Let it feel good. Then we're just gonna shift it back, find a tabletop. Might need to readjust those hands so they're right below the shoulders. And Vama, we'll go right to the other side. Left leg kicks back. Flex that foot. Belly button's pulled in nice and tight. Maybe see if we can reach that right arm forward. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And with the exhale, curve that spine, elbow to the knee. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, curl it under. One more time. Inhale, find length. Exhale, curl it down. So good. Stretch it out just to reset. And then we're going to bring that right hand down. Those left toes will curl under and just drop on the mat behind you. And then again, just rock back and forth. Almost like you're trying to plant the foot back behind you, really pushing that heel towards the floor, and you'll feel that nice stretch behind that calf. All right, let's bring it back forward. So shoulders over the wrist. We're gonna let that right foot pivot off to the side. Left heel drops back and left arm reaches up this time. Let's circle out that left wrist. Maybe find some circles with that left arm if that feels good. All right, straighten that left arm up and then back down. We're gonna pivot that right foot back. Left toe should be curled under. Push the mat away. This time that right leg kicks back and up, three-legged down dog. Good, let's bend into that right leg. Take some big circles on that right side. So good. Kick that right leg straight back behind you. And then with the exhale, step it all the way to the top. Again, don't be afraid to help it up if you need it. Dropping that left knee down. Let's uncurl those toes, sweep those arms up. Grabbing onto that left wrist. Pull it up and then over to the right. Let's inhale, reach it back up. And then exhale, forward fold, frame that right foot. We're curling up those left toes, lifting off that left knee and stepping to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. So again, hands slide up the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Gentle bend into the knees. We're gonna come all the way up with those arms out and up. Big stretch up, look up. This time we're coming all the way back down. So swan dive it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Good, exhale, fold it down. Plant the hands and then step it back. Right into that high plank and then into a chaturanga. So half push up, drop the knees if you need to. Roll that chest up and through, separate those collarbones. And then curl up those toes, push those hips back, those heels back. Find that downward facing dog. First down dog. So I want to encourage you to start to pedal out those feet like you're on a bicycle. One foot at a time, one knee at a time. We'll run it through a couple sun salutations to really start to get some heat going. So when you're ready, let's find some stillness. Push those hips back, heels back, fingers spread wide. Gentle bend into the knees, look up between the hands. You can tiptoe, walk, step, hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, shins against those hands against those shins. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into the knees, let's come all the way up, out and up with those arms. Look up. Exhale, swan dive it all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, plant the hands. Let's step it back, and we're finding that flow. So right into that half push-up, through to upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Deep breath in your down dog. So deep breath in through the nose, maybe out through the mouth. One more time together. Deep breath in and out. Let's take a deep bend into those knees. Look up between the hands. Walk, step, or hop it to the top. Let's open up those feet about the width of the mat. We'll grab for both elbows, gentle bend into the knees, and start to sway side to side. Get a nice little stretch in those hip flexors. All right, let's meet back at center. Release those hands down. Those right fingertips are going to come right below the nose. Bend deep into that right knee as that left arm reaches up. Maybe give yourself a little half wrap if you have it. So that can be flipping the palm so the thumb is towards the back of the venue here. Bend into that left elbow and see if you can find that right hip. There you go. Let's unwind. Left arm comes up and down. We're just going to switch it out. So left hand will replace the right. Deep bend into that left knee. Right arm reaches high. Again, maybe we want to find that half wrap, so we flip that palm. Bend into that right elbow. Find that left hip crease. Unwind. Bring it all the way back down. All right, let's heel toe those feet back together. Big toes touch, little space between those heels. Take a half lift with your inhale. And exhale, fold it down. All right, we're going to start to drop our hips back. I want you to imagine like a little tiny kindergarten chair, just right behind your hips. And then we're going to inhale, sweep those arms up. Try to stay low. That belly button's pulled in. Our core is strong. And then exhale, sweep those arms back. So the palms are going to stay down. Push you guys to work a little bit, but stay with me. We're going to keep that bend in that left knee, and then just kick and float that right leg back behind you. You got this. And then step it all the way back. So good. Let's inhale, reach those arms up. And then with the exhale, we cactus the arms. Let yourself sink deeper into that left knee. Good. Inhale, reach those arms back up. And then open it up, find a warrior two. So that right heel drops towards that back left corner. Left arm forward, right arm back. So bend deep into that left knee so that left knee is right over that left wrist. Arms are straight and strong like knives. Shoulders relaxed though. Then flip that front palm, reach it forward, up and then back. Reverse that warrior. Good, let's cartwheel those hands down. We're gonna lift that right heel up. That left arm's gonna start to extend up. Just a little twist. So good, let's bring that left hand back down. Right foot's gonna step up to meet the left. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good, let's drop those hips back. Arms reach up. We're just going right to the other side here. So sweep those arms back, palms face down. Left knee this time is gonna start to float back. Long step back with that left leg. Good, let's inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms, can you sink low? Inhale, reach it up. And then find that warrior two. So right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe find a small little tuck of that tailbone below you. So we're still engaging that core nice and strong. Flip that front palm, reach it forward, up and back. Reverse that warrior. Keep that bend in that right knee. There you go. Good, let's cartwheel those hands down. Left heel lifts, left hand plants as that right arm reaches high. Let's bring that right hand back down. This time we're gonna clear it out with the flow. So kick that right leg back behind you. Drop to the knees if you need to. We find that half push up to upward facing dog and downward facing dog. We'll reset with our down dog. So let that breath come in through the nose And exhale out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in and out. All right, we're gonna flow through it. So breath to movement, I promise it'll feel easier. We're just gonna move, flow. When you're ready, high on those tippy toes, look up between the hands. Let's walk, step, or hop it to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Drop those hips back, reach those arms up. Exhale, sweep them back. Let's kick that right leg, float it back behind you. Then long step back as you reach those arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms, sink it low. Inhale, reach it up. And then into that warrior two. So good. Flip that front palm. Let's reach it forward, up and back, reverse. Just for a breath. And then that right hand's gonna cartwheel all the way down. That left arm reaches high. So beautiful. All right, let's bring that left hand back down. Right foot steps to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Drop those hips back. Let's reach those arms up. Exhale, sweep them back. Left foot's gonna fly back behind you. Then take that long step back. Good. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, cactus, sink it low. Inhale, reach it up. Right away into that warrior two. So good. Flip that palm. Reverse that warrior. You got this. Left hand's gonna cartwheel all the way down. Right arm reaches high. Good. Right hand drops down. Right foot steps back. Flow it out. We'll all meet in a child's pose when you're ready. So bringing those big toes to touch. Knees open up wide. So you allow that chest, forehead. Maybe that third eye space to just rest against the mat. Allow yourself to reconnect with your breath if you lost it in any way. We're gonna go through that same flow one more time on each side. We're gonna add a little bit in, we're gonna take a little bit out. But if you're ready, when you're ready, let's find our way back to our downward facing dog. And take your time. If you still need to rest here, rest. Listen to your body, do what feels right, do what feels good. Good. All right, so once we're back in that down dog, let's come up high on those tippy toes. Look up between the hands, walk, step, or hop it to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Bend those knees, let's reach those arms up. Exhale, sweep them back. We're gonna hold it here for a little bit longer this time. So right leg's gonna float behind you. Maybe see if this time you can work on straightening that left leg as we tilt the chest forward just a little bit more. Good, then long step back with that right leg. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms, sink it low. Inhale, reach it up, straighten that left leg this time. So big, big reach. And then with the exhale, we're gonna find a twist open to the left. So bend back into that left knee, twist it open. Right arm forward, left arm back. There we go. Inhale, reach it up, straighten both legs. And then exhale, we're just gonna bring it all the way back down. So drop those hands, bend into that left knee. So good. We're kind of working in reverse here. So I want you to pop your hands up. Right leg floats up behind you. Little bit of work, but after this, we're all downhill. We're gonna slowly come up to stand, and I wanna see if you can bring the hands to your heart and bring that right knee with you. Breathe deep, in through the nose, maybe out through the mouth if you're feeling a little overheated. We'll bend into that left knee and cross that right leg over. You can use those right toes as a little kickstand. Open those arms up nice and wide. Then right arm swings underneath the left. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe if you have more space, you can find a full wrap. Last little bit here. Press those arms into each other. Thighs press against each other. Detoxing the entire body. We're creating a natural tourniquet with our bodies here. So when you're ready, when we release, take that inhale, reach those arms up, stomp that right leg down. And then exhale, fold it all the way down. So strong. Let's open up those feet about the width of the mat. Gentle bend into those knees. Grab those elbows. Let's sway side to side. Reconnect with your breath if you lost it. We have not only made it to our mountain, but we made it up. Now we work our way down. Let's heel toe those feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Last side here, let's drop those hips down. Reach those arms up. You got this. Exhale, sweep them back. Palms face down. Left leg this time is going to start to hover back behind you. Float in that left leg. Maybe if you have it, you don't have to. But maybe we start to straighten through with that right leg. Creating a T with our body. Good, then long step back. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms, sink it low. Inhale, straighten that right leg, come up high on those back tippy toes. And then twist over to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, reach those arms up. One more big stretch. And then exhale, bring everything down. Hands are going to pop up about 6 inches. Left leg comes up and back behind you. Remain in control here. We're going to slowly come up to stand. Maybe have the hands come to the heart as that left knee comes all the way to the top. Catch your breath. Find your balance. Bend into that right knee. Let's cross that left over the right. Open those arms up nice and wide. We're going to let that left arm wrap underneath the right. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe find that full wrap. Maybe sit a little lower. Sit. This is the last push. Keep breathing. Inhale, release. Let's let that left foot drop down. Arms reach up. And exhale, fold it all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands down. Let's step those legs back and find your flow. Deep breath in through the nose. Audible exhale through the mouth. Let's lift up high with that right leg. Kick it up and back behind you. With the exhale, we're going to step that right foot all the way to the top. All right. Now from here, we're going to let that right foot open up to the edge of the mat. Those right toes are going to come out a little bit more than the heel. And then just drop that left knee down. Uncurl the toes. Take a minute first. We talked about this earlier, but try to release control in the hips. So let those hips drop down. Then maybe from there you can bring that left forearm down. Maybe we have a little extra space. We can find that right forearm down. Maybe we tried it, we hate it, we want to come back up to the hands. That's okay too. Just breathe. There's a lot going on in this pose. Let me tell you, the important part is try to relax. Letting your head hang down. Crown relaxed. Jaws relaxed. All right, let's slowly come back onto the hands. We're going to start to shimmy that foot back to the center of the mat. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, shift those hips back as we point those toes up towards the ceiling. Another big little hammy stretch. Big hamstring stretch. Maybe take another inhale, straighten up that spine. And exhale, fold a little deeper with that straight spine over that straight right leg.
When you come
right, little funky transition here. We're going to plant that right foot down. Curl up those left toes behind you and come off of that left knee. And then we're just going to walk it to that long edge of the mat. 2 straight legs. Take an inhale, straighten up that spine. Exhale, fold it forward. Little yogi free time here. So maybe take in a little twist. Maybe find a little movement, shifting side to side. Maybe flipping those palms, walking those hands underneath the legs. Finding that deep fold. So good. Maybe working on an inversion if you're in it. Beautiful. Just a couple more breaths here, so take your time. Okay, let's slowly start to come back up. So lift that chest up just halfway. And then we're walking it to the back of the mat. I'm going to have you guys change perspective a little bit. So back of the mat, finding that low lunge. Super good. That left foot is going to walk out to the edge of the mat. Left toes are going to come out a little bit more than the heel. Good. Then drop that right knee down. Uncurl those toes. Release that control in that right hip. And then again, maybe we drop down that right forearm. Maybe left forearm. Let's slowly make our way back up. So start by coming onto the hands first. That left foot's gonna just walk its way back through to center. Take a big inhale here. Then exhale, shift it back. We find a half split. So hip shift back, straight left leg. Left toes are up towards the sky. Then maybe taking another inhale to straighten up that spine. And with the exhale, folding over that straight left leg with a straight spine, you'll feel that hamstring start to fire up again. All right, let's slowly come back. So plant that left foot. We're going to find a nice wide-legged forward fold again when you're ready. So curl up those right toes, come off of that right knee, and then walk it towards that long right edge of the mat. So good. Take an inhale, lift it up just halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Come back up just halfway. I want you to bring that right hand right underneath the nose. Left arm's going to start to reach up towards the ceiling. You can find that same half wrap here. It's the same twist, just a little different with the legs. So maybe we find that right hip crease. Maybe bringing that left shoulder right on top of the right. Big twist. Good adjustment. All right, let's unwind. Left hand comes down, replaces the right. Right arm reaches high. Good, maybe find that little half wrap with the arm. Right shoulder right on top of that left. So good, let's unwind. Walk it back to the top. Left foot's gonna step up to meet the right. And we'll slowly start to bend into those knees. We're going to come all the way down to a seat, but stay with me. As soon as you drop those hips down, let's lift those legs up. So bringing those hands right below the knees. Makes it a little easier. Still kind of, I don't know how to say this. Still kind of sucks, but it makes it a little easier. Maybe we point the toes. Maybe we can reach those arms forward if we want even more of a challenge. Again, maybe we try all those things and it's terrible, just come right back here. But if you want to go a little further, if we're working for that, I don't know, 2-pack, 6-pack, whatever it is, maybe we start to straighten those legs. Let the chest just hover over the mat. If you start shaking a lot like I am, that means that it's working. So just hold here, keep breathing. And then slowly roll it all the way to the back, bring those knees into the chest, and just rock it side to side. All right, let's plant those feet down. Knees are up towards the ceiling. And I want you to just see if you can walk those heels back as far as you can get them. So as far as close as you can get them to your sit bones, to your tailbone. Those palms are going to come down at your sides, straight arms. Take a nice deep breath and start to lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Then maybe once those hips are up, we can work on walking those shoulder blades a little bit closer. Try not to let the knees flare open. So if you start feeling that happen, maybe push the hips down just a little bit so we can keep those knees nice and tight towards each other. We're still getting the same benefit. We're just not hurting ourselves. All right, let's slowly roll it down. Hips come down. Maybe windshield wipe the knees a little side to side. And then we're gonna let that right foot, right ankle, come right on top of that left knee. We're gonna grab our arms and wrap our hands around that left thigh. Good, we're in a reclined pigeon pose. Nothing different, the benefits are still the same, but we have full control. So maybe focus on bringing that right knee even with the left. Maybe that left leg can start to shoot up towards the ceiling. Maybe you want to try pulling that left thigh in a little closer towards the chest, feeling that nice stretch on the outside of that right thigh, right leg, right hip. All right, let's slowly release everything down. So plant that left foot back down first. Uncross the leg, so let that right foot plant down right next to it. And then reset again for another little back bend. So walk those feet back as far back as you can get them to those tailbones, those sit bones. Hands plant down next to your hips. Then when you're ready, take that inhale, lift those hips up. Use that muscle memory. Maybe we can walk those shoulder blades a little bit closer. Maybe we can push those hips up a little bit higher. We're pushing the chest towards the chin, not the chin towards the chest. Beautiful wheels for those of you who have them. So good, let's slowly roll it back down, take your time. Windshield wipe those knees side to side. And then we'll switch it out. So knees come right back through to center. Left ankle's gonna come right on top of that right knee. Arms are gonna wrap around that right thigh. Little reclined pigeon on the other side. So again, maybe we even out that left knee with the right. Maybe that right leg wants to shoot up towards the sky. Give yourself a little extra. Maybe pulling that right leg a little bit closer to the chest. All right, when you're ready, right foot's gonna come right back down, so plant it down. Uncross those legs, so left foot plants right down next to it. Last chance for a back bend. We're gonna do that same bridge pose. If you have anything else, you can stay in that bridge pose, or if you want to take anything else that I instruct, you're welcome to. When you're ready, inhale, lift those hips up. Maybe walk those shoulder blades a little bit closer. Maybe in this bridge pose, you can see if you can come onto those right tippy toes. Maybe that right leg can come all the way up. Good, let's switch it out. Right leg comes down, left leg comes up. So good, guys. Let's bring it all the way back down. Hips come all the way to the mat. And right away, we're gonna find a happy baby. So pull those knees into the sides of the body. And we're reaching for the outer edges of the feet. If that is not within reach for you, you can grab behind the shins, maybe behind the knees. And again, just rock side to side. When you're ready, let's release the grip on the legs, but we're gonna leave those legs up, extended towards the ceiling. Couple options here. You can maybe just lift those hips and let the hands rest underneath those hip bones. Give your hips a little elevation, makes it a little easier to keep those legs up. If you have a shoulder stand in your practice and you wanna take it there, lifting those hips all the way up, letting those hands walk behind the hips. So we're resting on those elbows. Good. If you're in a shoulder stand, maybe letting those feet come overhead, letting the the toenails come behind you, onto the floor behind you. All right, let's slowly bring it back down. If you're just in that waterfall, arms below those hips, let's release those hands. We're gonna hug those knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug.
I just want you to know you're my favorite girl.
All right, let's open those arms up nice and wide, or again, finding that T that we started with, or those cactus arms, goalie post arms, and then just let the knees fall over to the right. Let your head fall to the left. Let's bring those knees right back through to center. And then they'll fall over to the left. Head falls to the right. Nice and soft twist. Right back through to center one last time. Giving those knees a big hug, pulling them in towards your chest. Big tight squeeze. Maybe curl up those toes, bring the head towards the knees, curling into a tiny little ball, and I really want you to engage every little part of yourself. So crunch up those fingers, scrunch up the face, toes, legs, everything is in a tight, tight ball. Then take a nice big inhale through the nose, and then release everything on the exhale. Letting those legs slide down the mat. Maybe allowing those legs to lay a little bit open with the feet falling out towards each edge. Arms relaxed at your side. Maybe we let ourselves find a tiny little pinch, just the tiniest little pinch of the shoulder blades below you, to kind of lift that heart up, open up those lungs a little bit more as we find our final resting pose. And as a reminder, we have few more moments left of our practice, and I don't want you to be concerned with time. I will take care of that for you. You don't have anywhere else to be, nowhere else to be, no one else to be but here. It's our final resting pose, Shavasana.
Well, I feel like our petals floating in the breeze. When I feel like a speck inside an endless field. Love it
allow yourself to come back just as soft and easy as you fell into that final pose. Maybe allowing yourself just a nice big breath to start. Then 5 movement, whatever feels right and calling to you first. Maybe the toes and the fingers, maybe allowing the thumb to brush against the other fingertips. Maybe finding that nice big full body stretch, reaching those arms out and up above you, pointing the toes, lifting that tiny little space of the low back off of the mat. Good, and just take it over to one side. Pick your favorite side. Maybe it's the side you sleep on or rest on. Let your forearm be your pillow. So allow yourself to find comfort within yourself on your mat. And I want to invite you to meet me in a nice comfortable seat. When you're ready, take as much time as you need to, or stay in that little fetal position for the rest of the practice if you'd like. We'll take our right hand, rest it right on our low belly, left hand right at the center of your chest. And just like we did when we started our practice, take a moment to take a full body scan. Start from the very top of your crown, very top of your head. Work your way down all the way to the toes. Take an inventory and checking all of the little places, those little gaps, checking to see if anything's missing, lacking, needs a little extra love. And we'll take our breath there. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Soft exhale through the mouth. Do not leave it for just your yoga practice to check in with yourself. The more you continue to check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling, the more you'll be able to take care of other people. Notice how they're feeling and be mindful of not just yourself, but others around you. It's a domino effect. So start with you. We'll finish our practice together one last time, maybe bringing those hands together at heart center, taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Strong audible exhale through the mouth. Thank you all so much for letting me guide you through your practice today. My name again is Christina. I'm with Della Soul Yoga, and we'll have this class every Tuesday with a rotation of beautiful instructors. So please continue to come back, and thank you again. Namaste. Thank you all so much.